First of all, congratulations for Nine Rasa.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
So we'll begin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So please take us through your journey as an entrepreneur from Bollywood to Nine Rasa. What motivated you to start this startup?
Well, this journey has been pretty exciting, to say the least. What motivated me was essentially the pandemic and the lockdown last year. Uh, in fact, we probably are heading towards a similar kind of situation now. And I hope and I pray to God that we don't end up like last year. But when the lockdown was announced and when it was extended, is when all of us got a little more worried, as to what is really going to happen and what is happening. We had no clue. It was for the first time ever that something like this had really happened to all of us. And so a lot of friends, we kept exchanging calls. Most of them were from the theater fraternity. And the only thing that we were trying to figure out was how can we help the theater fraternity, actors, technicians, setting guys, and all of them who are essentially dependent on these live performances. And that's where we thought that, if everything is going online, education going online, cooking, beauty, fitness, everything, then I said, why should theater not go online? I mean, there's no harm in taking theater online as well, because right now it is pretty much the need of the hour. We can do some shows online, generate some revenue out of it, and probably pay all those people. And the more we thought about it, we figured that in fact, of course, the intention was always there, but we figured that there are so many people across the globe. There are millions of them who miss theater, who want to see theater, and who probably do not have access to theater, especially Indian theater. So why not have a platform which will be dedicated only to theater and performing arts, and showcase it and give it to them? If they cannot go to theater or theaters, then let theater come to their place. Simple as that.
That's true. So what need gap do you want to fulfill with your startup, with the core for business proposition?
So, see, like I just mentioned, there is a bigger need for theater to reach to so many people out there. It's like there's a particular show happening at, let's say, 4 o'clock in Churchgate, but I'm in Andheri. I'm not probably able to go there at that point in time. What do I do? I'll have to probably wait till the show comes to any auditorium which is closer to my place. Then I should have time at that point in time when it is there. So, uh, in this whole process, it's not like a film, where the film releases in a theater or several theaters at the same time, and you miss out a 3 p.m. show. You can still go and catch a 3:25, 3:30, 4 o'clock show, right? So I figured that there are a lot of people who, unfortunately, because of this scenario, are not able to watch their favorite shows and plays. So why not, have them online, record them, and put it up online so they can at least see what the whole thing is about. They can probably have a very personalized experience and enjoy that particular show. So, like I said, there was a huge gap, and there is still a huge gap, and we've just started. There's a long, long way to go. But the kind of response that we are getting right now is pretty phenomenal. It is more than what we expected to begin with.
So how did you identify your target group, and did you carry out a feasibility study prior to starting this business, or what exactly?
We did a small survey of around 150 people, some close friends, relatives, some known acquaintances, and we generally just asked them, and of different age groups. So we generally just ask them, if they would be open to an idea like this, where we have theater online. And surprisingly, almost 70% of them were pretty for the idea that, yeah, why not? Because, obviously there were a lot of senior citizens also, but a lot of youth, a lot of millennials said, yeah, why not? It is content, and theater has been known to give you some mind-blowing and entertaining content, one of the richest, oldest, and purest forms of entertainment, right? So we got a pretty positive response at that point in time, and that's why we felt that why not? Let's go and start this. So the target audience, if you ask me right now, would be obviously all theater lovers to begin with who miss theater and who want to catch their favorite plays, favorite shows. And on Nine Rasa, we not only have plays, as in full length plays, we also have one act plays, we have chats, we have stand ups, we have stories, we have skits, we'll be having music, dance, everything that can happen on stage will be on Nine Rasa in various Indian languages. So right now we have content in Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, English/English, and going forward we'll also be adding some content in Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, Assamese, um, Punjabi, Haryanvi, Kashmiri. So we've been approached by a lot of people since the day we've launched. There've been a lot of mails and calls coming in for people who want to do their content on the platform. So yes, the target audience to begin with is that, but our target, if you ask me, is to reach every household in India and abroad, because we want to make sure that theater reaches everyone. Everyone gets to, live the magic of theater at some point in time and experience the magic that we will be experiencing for so long.
Okay, so what were the challenges that you faced while setting this entire business up?
Lots of them. To begin with, first, obviously, every new idea has a certain amount of resistance as well. So there was some section of the fraternity which felt that, how can theater go online? Theater is supposed to be a very live kind of a performing art, and that is how you can and you should enjoy it. So that we had to, in a way, fight that resistance and tell them that for the longest time, unfortunately, we've kept theater limited to only auditoriums. Why? I don't understand. When theater is one of those forms which needs to reach out to people, people need to know what the magic of a theater performance is. People need to know how real those performances are and how hardcore those performances are. So that was a major, one of the major hurdles initially. But then I guess if you're convinced in your mind and your heart, then nothing can really stop you. So we moved on. We started collecting content. Everything was happening online, virtual meetings. Even the tech team is based out of Israel, so virtual meetings with them, trying to understand the whole tech part of it. I am one of the most, or rather, I was one of the most tech challenged people, and so understanding technology was a big obstacle in a way for me. But understanding that, getting content, and then the most difficult one was the shooting part of that entire content, because we were just getting into unlock with a lot of operating procedures and protocols to be followed. So, and people were really worried, is it going to be safe? Is it going to be okay? So we had to first of all calm them down and tell them, don't worry, we are taking adequate precautions. So the insurance part of it, or tests, and then the works, sanitizers, thermometers, oximeters, everything was in place, gloves, PPE kits. And then we shot it. So we shot some part in October, some in November, some in December. In fact, we were going to shoot now as well, but because of the restrictions, we had to again push the shoot. So
Yeah.
I think the challenges are not really going to end. We've just somewhere mentally accepted the fact that, okay, this is the situation. Let's fight it and move forward.
So starting a business involves clearances and funds. So how did you get all those clearances done, and what about the funds?
So funds, Nil, funds, I mean, this is a completely self-funded venture. So I put in my money. In fact, me and my wife, we've put in our money into this for now. In fact, since the day of the launch, there have been a lot of inquiries of potential investors who want to be a part of Nine Rasa. But for now, we've funded the entire thing because we went ahead with our own conviction. We wanted our vision to see the light of day. And that's the reason we felt that, let's put in our money and see how it goes. So funding is an important aspect, but I think I'm just taking one day at a time, to be honest, because there's no point overthinking about it. If this thing has potential, and which it has a lot of potential, then funding won't really be an issue. As long as you have the will, there'll always be a way out of it. So we're not really too worried about that. The whole intention with which the whole thing was started, Nine Rasa, to help the theater fraternity, still remains at the core. And if you have that intention very clear, then I don't think there are going to be monetary obstacles coming in your ways. From somewhere or the other, money will keep coming in.
So you spoke about digital a lot for Nine Rasa. So how has digital been helping your business entirely? How will it help you further?
Well, Nine Rasa is completely digital, and
Yeah.
that's the future, right? I mean, you look at everything going digital these days. People are sitting home and working. They are thinking of ways to get their work digitized or in the digital format. Uh, and that is how we are getting tuned and used to. In fact, even our mindset is changing. I mean, we have accepted the fact that okay, something like this is going to stay here for some time. It's this corona or the pandemic is not going away anytime sooner.
True.
So but we cannot stop living, right? We'll have to find a way, and that is what the pandemic essentially has done. It has pushed us out of our comfort zone and made us think or forced us to think out of the box. That's where even this idea popped up in my mind. Otherwise, probably everything was going the way it was. I wouldn't have really thought about this or bothered myself to probably do something like this. But because we were pushed and because everything is going digital, we thought, why not? This is an opportunity. Every theater actor feels that he wants to do something for theater. I got this opportunity and I grabbed it. Simple.
So what has been your key learnings from 2020? This was a year where it was a disaster year for everyone on it. So what were your learnings from that?
Yes, no, disaster year, definitely huge losses, and I don't know how and when we'll recover out of those losses. But I think, like I said, there have been a lot of learnings. 2020 gave us an opportunity to think out of the box, because suddenly when you're pushed to a corner, pushed to a wall, you will think of some ways to survive. And that is what this year has done. I mean, uh, like I said, this was something unprecedented. None of us have seen or heard about anything like this, right? Where the entire world came to a halt, and all of us, we didn't know what to do. But yet, the human race thought of something. We not only thought of medicines or vaccines or things like that, we're still thinking, but we also thought of survival and what else we can do to survive and to beat this particular pandemic. Now, somewhere mentally, we are ready for any kind of challenge because we know that, okay, there is going to be something like this that might pop out of nowhere and it will surprise us, but we are ready for those surprises now. So that is what 2020 has essentially done for us. It was a disaster year, yes, but I think let's look at the silver lining and let's focus more on the positives rather than the negatives.
So speaking about the entertainment industry, how do you think this pandemic has impacted them? Because with no new releases, only a few releases were done, and mostly on OTT. How do you think this entire pandemic has impacted OTT?
Pandemic has impacted OTT or the film industry?
Well, film industry, sorry, I'm so sorry.
So film industry definitely impacted in a big manner. Just recently we felt probably things were coming back to normal and coming back on track in terms of even big films releasing. Everyone had started announcing their dates and things like that. And we felt okay, अब थोड़ा सब ठीक हो जाएगा. And again, we are thrown in a situation where the numbers are rising like crazy. So it's a scary situation again. So in terms of impact, huge. And like I said earlier, I don't know how and when we'll recover from the losses, but it also brought to the forefront the whole OTT medium, right? Till 2019, end of 2019, people were so skeptical about OTT. Most people didn't even know what OTT was. Okay, and whoever knew about it, they said, पता नहीं कौन सब्सक्रिप्शन करेगा, पैसे इनको कैसे मिलेंगे, क्या रेवेन्यू मॉडल होगा, कैसे कमाएंगे. And then suddenly in 2020, after Corona, that's probably the second most used word was OTT, right? ये OTT पे देखा क्या? ये content देखा क्या? So things change overnight, and OTT became the new sensation. But people also realize the power that an OTT platform has. The kind of reach that an OTT platform has is phenomenal. You know, you reach out to so many people at the same time, which probably we felt earlier that a film release, a worldwide release, was one of those factors. But one OTT release is something else. You know, the numbers are crazy. So yes, we got to know about the power of OTT. People got to know what OTT is all about and the kind of content that OTT gives. So, and people started accepting all that content. So we are happy that okay, there's at least a new medium for us actors also who want to experiment, who want to try different stuff, want to maybe do some new kind of roles and characters. So OTT has been a boon for all of us. And going forward, I feel once things normalize a bit, obviously your other traditional forms of entertainment will be there to entertain you.
So coming on to my last question, what message would you like to give budding entrepreneurs and your fans?
Well, simple. I think if I can do it, anybody else can definitely do it. You know, because I have always considered myself an artist, a performer, an entertainer. I never thought that I would be an entrepreneur one day or a businessman one fine day. And I would never, in my wildest of dreams, would have thought that I would start one OTT platform. So starting the world's first ever OTT platform for theater and performing arts. I don't know if I think about it now, look back, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I thought about it. It just happened. So my mantra is, if you have a particular dream, you know, start walking. Start walking now. Take one step, one day at a time. Start walking. You will never know when you've already passed that and move on to another dream.
Thank you so much, Shreyas. That was all for today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neil.
Thank you
Lovely
so
talking to you. You take care.
Same here. Yeah.
Take care. Be
Bye.
safe.
Yeah, you too. Bye.